Hi, this is Bill Koenig from Straight Circle Martial Arts, and these are 10 things every martial artist should know. Number 10, distance. The first three here are probably the most important things you'll ever learn in the martial arts. And these are things you really need to know. Distance is number one. When you come to somebody, if your distance is wrong, whether I'm too far or I'm too short, whether I'm too far away, there's no power on your strike. It's really, really important that you practice over and over and over again for years. Distance, kicking, hitting, elbows, everything. Because if your distance wrong, everything fails. Time. Again, when you have distance, the reason you get distance is, number one, your feet are good, but because of your time. People have bad timing. When someone walks at them, often they get panicky, or they throw too early, or they throw too late. And if your timing is off, there's nothing you can do for power. And there's only one thing you can do to learn time, and that's to do it over and over and over and over again, mat time. There is no substitute. That's what gives you time. So practice with live partners that move. Don't just practice with bags. You need to practice with things that are always in movement at different speeds, and that's how you learn time. Alignment. If you have distance and time, the third thing you need is alignment. Your body aligns properly when it hits. It should. So when I hit, everything in my body should line up, and that's what generates force. If something gets ahead of something else, or if something gets ahead of something else, and it throws my body into an odd alignment, then your power is gone also. So it's very critical that you practice over and over again this alignment on bags and whatever, but you have to do it with bodies, because you need that distance and time to teach you alignment. A lot of people's alignments are poor because their distance and time is bad. And sometimes alignment's just bad because people don't know that they need alignment. I can't tell you how many people I watch who throw odd motions where they throw their shoulder first or their hip first. It's really critically important that your entire body works together and that everything is aligned when it works. Number 7, spacing. Most people's spacing are not good. When this guy comes to me, you have to understand that there's a distance that we do. We were just talking about that, right? This is a space. And I need to be in the space that's correct for my work. What happens is a lot of times people go like this, and they don't create spacing. So he comes in with his hands, and I'm trying to hit him, but I have no space to work. See how I've created a gap here now where there's a hole? Every time he comes to me, I need to create a correct space to work in to do what I need to do. If I don't have the correct space, my throws don't work, my traps don't work, and I can't get room to actually do the work that I want to do, I'm just going to get jammed up and everything fails. Number 6, breath. Everyone says it, everyone practices it, but under stress, no one does it. Because we all practice it when it's slow and we meditate. And then when someone comes at you really hard, we tense up and it inhibits our breathing. It's critically important that you study with some style somewhere that teaches you breath control. And by breath control, I mean under contact, under speed, under pressure. Something that allows you to be comfortable with your breath and not tense up. Every time you squeeze yourself and tense and don't breathe, you panic, and then your body doesn't work correctly, and there's no power on your shots. Breathing is one of the fundamental basic building blocks of all martial arts, and not enough people practice it, and they don't practice it enough. Make sure you learn your breath work. Number 5, vision. Again, most people, what they do is they tunnel vision, right? They get stressed and they look like this. And so what happens is he comes to me and I stare at him. And I think that's good. It's poor. It's bad. I can't see anything. What I want is I want peripheral vision. I want to see the whole room. I need to be seeing you and you and you and him. I need to be seeing his feet and his hands and everything at the same time. If I look from here to here to here, that's slow and dangerous, and it's going to get me hurt. Peripheral vision is a hard thing to do because most people panic under stress and they come in. It's important that you do your work, that you learn to keep your eyes like this so you can see the whole room. It's a learned skill. It's frustrating. But if you keep it up, it'll work for you and it'll make your work much better. Number 4, relaxation. You know, it's funny. Most people learn the opposites, but they don't learn the middle. Either they learn forms where they get very tense, and they tense up and they learn tension, or they do very light things, they're spaghetti, and they learn complete relaxation. And that doesn't work good either. When you're tense, you can't hit well. Imagine tensing your legs up as hard as you can and trying to run. Right? It doesn't work well. Hitting's like running. It's like speed. There's a bang on it, right? So you have to learn middle ground. You have to learn to breathe, parts of breathing, to relax enough to where you can throw that kind of speed and that power on that shot, but you don't want to be so wimpy and limpy that it doesn't work for you either. So you have to practice again under tension with partners and really concentrate on yourself and feel where the tension is in your body and what's inhibiting you from hitting and striking hard or throwing or moving correctly. Number 3, footwork. Most people learn what they think is footwork. You know, they come in like this, and we box back and forth. So I come to him, and he goes back, and he comes to me, and I go back, and we work on this linear thing where we trip on our feet, and then we throw these half kicks, and we come back and forth, and that's not how it works. The reality is you need to understand a lot of angles and directions and motions, and you have to be very good on the balls of your feet, on the sides of your feet. You should be able to go in any direction, any time, anywhere you want to go. You should never feel like you're committed to anything. You should never feel like you're falling anywhere. When you're walking, you should practice like you're barefoot and you're walking on glass or rocks. You should not be heavy with your feet. They shouldn't stomp. I cannot tell you how many people come into my school, think they can walk, and I watch them and they're completely uncoordinated with their feet. And that's the majority of people out there. Take your time, relax yourself, and learn to step properly and lightly. It will enhance your martial arts tremendously. Number 2, structure. Structure is posture. I can't tell you how many people I see want to do this. This is not structure, this is not posture. Your muscles are out of place, your spine is out of alignment. When you watch traditional forms, what do you see? You should come down, and you should be in posture. When you chamber, you should be in posture. But what happens is under fear is we want to go like this. So if he comes to me, right, and he's like this, and he's in posture, be strong. Like he's very strong here, right? Relax. The minute he gets out of posture, I'll rip him around like he's a child. You know, he bends forward, he hunches, right? All I got to do is bring him because he's got no strength there in his structure. It's really important that you learn good posture. Don't slouch. Don't get me wrong, you will deviate from posture. There are times you have to move, but you have to come back to it. It's like a wave, right? I move and I'm right back to posture. I'm right back to posture. And that gives you strength. Number 1, balance point. Almost all traditional arts talk about your center, right? But we don't, because why? We're in a weightlifting culture where everyone wants to look like this with the shoulders like this. So where is our balance point? Our balance point is here. What happens is you get a guy like this, big, strong, and in the chest, and he puffs up like this, and he swings and he leans with that chest, which I see a lot. And when your balance point is here, it's so easy to take you and rip you around and move you around. When you come to me, like if my balance point is here, right, even when he moves me, it allows me to work. And it allows me to look, as I hit, I stay in posture and in balance. I don't lean, so then I have to return and recover. That's just poor work. So when you're doing this work, and it's critically important for your feet, your hitting, your kicking, everything, you've got to really come to grips with where the balance point is in your body so that you can center and move correctly. This has been Bill Koenig for Straight Circle Martial Arts. Please subscribe and like. If you want, please go to my website, Straight Circle Martial Arts, and there's more videos and more information. Thank you very much. See you next time.